There's truly nothing quite like a hockey practice. From the sound of sharp skates carving up a freshly groomed ice to the echo of players' voices resonating through the arena, you won't find a better haven for a high school puckhead. CSPN was granted exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the Skipper's recent practice at Bavis Arena in Rockland, so cameraman Ben Buckley and I headed in to get a look. However, this wasn't your typical practice. Head Coach Bob Walsh gathered the team for conditioning, with nary a puck in sight.
Well, the thing with conditioning practices is you're trying to get legs strong, and concentration is more on that aspect of the game because it takes a lot more for us to play strong against some of the better teams that we play.
Another reason for this practice being a bit quirky was the lack of Cohasset stalwarts. With several players sick or out with injury, all that remained was a shell of the true squad. One of those absent was Terrence Doonan, the senior forward who, in addition to racking up an amazing 12 goals and 12 assists only 11 games into this year's campaign, also recently reached 100 points for his career.
Yeah, Terrence is probably has one of the highest hockey IQs of any kids that I've ever coached. He's a great all-around player, great team leader. We have 5 captains on the team this year because each guy brings something different to the game. And Terrence is just one of those guys that's just brings so much to the team, and well deserved getting that 100th point. He's been a pretty unselfish player when it comes to the game, and so he's not always that goal hound, So and he's played really strong for four solid years. So.
Doonan is one of 9 seniors on the squad and shares the team captaincy with Colin Whalen, Chris Cohen, Chris Lund, and Mickey Berry. What's it like to have all this hockey wisdom on one team, you may be asking?
Oh, it's such an honor. I mean, everyone on the team is just a huge factor, starting with our goalie, Brandon Winn, all the way up to guys like Terrence Doonan. Every one of them brings a different factor to the game, and we each bring something new. It's great to play with them, and it's probably the best thing you'll ever do in your life.
Although clearly a senior-laden squad, there has also been several young players who have stepped up and filled huge roles, including freshman forward Cole Jocelyn, who is second on the team with 19 points this year thanks to his 9 goals and 10 assists. Other impact youngsters include Mike Cohen, Jimmy Farron, and Brad Winn.
Oh, it's a great experience. It's good to get the teammates early. It's great to play at the high school level and be on the team for the next 3 years.
Brad's brother, senior netminder Brandon Winn, has really begun to thrive this season, saving an impressive 81% of all opponents' shots on net and toting a goals against average of under 4. After splitting time with other keepers over the past 2 years, Winn has really cemented himself as the starter this year, and this designation has helped him rise to the occasion.
It's definitely helped out a ton, just being able to be in the net a lot more times than usual, just getting in the swing of things, feeling a groove and whatnot. Definitely helps out, for down the stretch and into playoffs.
With the Skippers getting it done in all facets of the game, they've been a fairly dominant team with a record of 8-3 as of January 14th. Throngs of Skipper fans have come out to support the blue and white, and student sections are always raucous.
I mean, it's almost like a sixth-man match. I mean, the sound's overwhelming. It's great to see people coming out to the games and showing support of the team. It's really enthusiastic.
However, the Skippers are going to need a lot more than a fan base if they hope to win the competitive South Shore League this year. With SSL rivals Abington, Norwell, and Rockland nipping at their proverbial heels, the Skips will have some tough tests ahead.
This year's South Shore League it's probably the strongest I've seen it. A lot of seniors and a lot of different programs this year. Norwell has 12 seniors. We have 9. You've got Rockland's got Trevor, who is he's a senior this year. Great goaltender. So there's a lot of competition out there.
Once again, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Ben Buckley for filming this practice. Everything seems to be in place for the Ice Skips to make a deep tournament run this season. But how far can this Skipper team go?
In the beginning of the season, we have our meetings and we talk about, league, division, and the cup at the end of the year, those are our expectations through the whole season. You take it one game at a time. You can have the best team on paper, but, if guys don't show up to play, that makes the difference.
All the Skippers were in high spirits after that great practice, smiling, high-fiving each other, and having some laughs. They seem to be in high spirits as the Skippers sit at 8-3 and head into their next match against EB, which they hope to steal a win against the Vikings. And I spoke to Bob Walsh, the head coach of the Skippers, after all these interviews, and he seemed really optimistic, although he didn't want to jinx the season. This is a deep team, he said, and we have great chemistry. All the pieces are there, and I'm excited. For Ben Buckley, I'm Matthew MacCormack. This is CSPN.